When men get caught with underage prostitutes, but say they looked old enough, should they get charged with child prostitution?
The latest attack ad on Kirsten Sinema claims she doesn't think criminals caught with underage prostitutes should be charged with child prostitution, even if the defendant can argue they didn't know the prostitute was under 18 years old at the time.
I don't think that's fair. There were children at my school who were 12, 13 years old, and some of these children looked older than me.
The accusations in the 30-second commercial stem from a 2007 debate over a bill seeking tougher punishments on Johns caught with underage prostitutes.
I think we can all agree that sex trafficking, period, is wrong, and that child prostitution is worse than regular prostitution.
This 11-year-old video shows Sinema speaking out against child prostitution. But at that same meeting that was used in that attack ad against her, Sinema raised concerns about a piece of the legislation that charged men and women with child prostitution, even if the person caught didn't know the prostitute was under the legal age.
And as a former social worker in elementary school, there were children at my school who were 12, 13 years old, and some of these children looked older than me. They were much more, definitely sophisticated, developed. And if I had seen a number of my former students in a place other than in a sixth grade classroom, I would not have known that those children were 12 instead of 19 or 20.
So we can say that, yes, Sinema did raise some concerns that if that bill had been passed, that was originally written back in 2007, that criminal defendants would no longer be able to use that argument that they didn't know that the prostitute was underage, and they couldn't use that argument to avoid harsher penalties for child prostitution.
So how is the Sinema campaign reacting to this ad?
Well, what they're saying is that she ended up voting for this bill, which is true, and this bill did toughen those penalties. However, it was written in a way that allowed that defense to say, look, Judge, I didn't know they were under 18. If you could show there was no way that you could possibly know that they were under 18, you could use that argument. So she had voted for that after that provision was taken out.
So has she changed her mind on the issue?
Well, that's interesting because I had asked that question from the campaign, and they did send me a statement just a few minutes ago, and it was vaguely worded, and you can't really tell whether or not she's changed her mind. It was just a reaffirmation that Kirsten Sinema has done a lot of work on, child issues, sex trafficking issues, those types of things. It's kind of reaffirming the kind of work she's done on those issues over the years.